Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jennifer C. at HomeLifeCultureLink.com, Nino Simeka at MortgageGodfather.ca, and Jewelry Forever at JewelryForever.ca. To celebrate the show's arrival on YouTube, Jewelry Forever is giving one lucky viewer this beautiful Seiko 5 limited edition watch. Just comment hashtag Jewelry Forever in the live stream or in the comments of this video and send an email to thesitdownwithscottdionbrown@gmail.com so we'll have a way to contact you if you win. Every episode you comment on is one more chance to win. The draw will be held November 24th. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
I'm fine.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
Your
Oh wait,
mic's not
can you guys
on.
see me? There we go. Now you see us. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. Welcome to this episode of The Sit Down. What episode is this, Regine?
55.
50. Oh yeah, it's on the thumbnail, right? Yeah, on the thumbnail. Okay, let's meet our guest right away. Let's meet our guest right away. Is it linked? Oh wait, my thingy's not thingy. Anyway, hi, Silver Lining. Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Very well.
We're very well.
They really wanted to be a part of the conversation.
We
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
We did.
We said good moth.
We said good moth. That
Oh,
was me.
Good moth.
Yeah.
There we are.
It was before I picked up the phone to actually
It's
type it
okay,
properly. I
we
was
get
trying to do
it.
that one finger thingy.
Oh yeah, that's okay. We're good. How are you guys? How are you guys doing?
Great. We've been well fed and well watered here at the sit down.
Thank you to Mrs. Brown.
Yeah.
Big shout out to
Mrs.
Mrs. Brown.
We got some fire wraps
Tasty
going on
breakfast
right here.
wraps.
There's
Mm.
We got coffee. We got.
here's
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah, I got.
OJ.
Look at these mugs. I'm so impressed with these mugs. It's the little things.
You know, we spared no expense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here on our episode. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
It's an opulent sit down.
One thing you guys don't know is that Silver Lining has actually been on our show before, and
yeah.
it's actually been 364 days since they've been here.
Yeah, you guys were literally here. It was this exact weekend a year ago,
Mhm.
and that wasn't.
It
we
wasn't
didn't plan.
planned.
It was
No.
just like,
Oh,
no, we didn't really plan it that way. It was just well, you know what it was?
it's
It was-
destiny.
It
was.
was.
It was destiny.
Yes.
That's why, because
Destiny is all.
It's like because we've just sort of started in this new space, right? The beautiful space we're in right now, and I wanted to, because we have the technology to show a full band play.
Mhm.
We wanted to have that as soon as possible, and so I couldn't think of any other band that I wanted. to
Oh
have in
yeah.
here.
Oh.
But it just worked out that it happened to be this day, which was so. Not only is it's like, what did you say? 364 days since you were here. 364.
That's amazing.
But it's also once again Grey Cup Sunday.
Oh, here
Oh
we go.
my-
Oh, I knew it! Because you were wearing the Argo shirt. I'm
Yeah,
like, there's
that's
something
right.
going on. He didn't do that by chance.
Yes. Because last year you guys were here. It was also Grey Cup Sunday.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's like
right.
it's like
my
this has
God.
become
That's
some
right.
kind of strange tradition. that
Yeah.
we
Okay,
just do.
but we didn't plan them to be here, but we did plan something with them, and you completely disrupted my intro.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
What was it? Okay, let's do it. And pretend that I didn't do that and start it.
Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah. Hi everybody. I'm Scott Dion Brown. Oh yeah, they were gonna. Okay. Now we go.
We're gonna.
Hi everybody. Welcome to episode 55 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. I'm your host Scott Dion Brown, joined by the best co-host in the galaxy.
It's Regine.
Alaina!
Happy Sunday, fun day. We can now start the show properly.
Yes.
There we go. Hang on, wait.
That feels better.
It
Nice.
does.
I feel like the energy just lifted a
I
little
was
bit.
like,
Yeah.
I feel a little left out now. Thanks a lot, Scott. Just,
Sorry, I totally. Honestly, we've been running around. Hang on, I'm trying to scan this
it's not
code.
working.
My remote control stopped working, and it's just kind of annoying.
Anyway, so while he's trying to figure that out, how have you guys been? As we said, it's been a year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Regina Lena's still happening. The
Yes,
whole-
it is.
Yeah.
You wore the necklace today.
Follow
I
It's
did.
Regina Elena on
Instagram.
Instagram. It's
Yeah.
great.
Thanks for the plug-in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good blessed material.
It is.
Things are well. It's been a year. Hey, what have we done? So we
wrote a new album.
We wrote an album.
We
Yeah.
wrote.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we wrote, recorded, mixed, and going to be mastered. Our album ourselves, all in house. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's pretty
Awesome.
cool. Pretty
And it's coming out. Is it out
It's
or
coming
is it
out.
coming
Well, that's the thing is we're doing a cool thing. We're doing one song a month for the duration of the album. So we got one song out right now. We have another one coming out in 2 weeks.
On December 3rd.
And it's an exciting thing.
It'll be called Lemonade.
Yeah.
You can find it by just typing in hashtag wearesilverlining in Google. Everything will pop up. Or you can go into
Spotify or Apple Music.
Now, we need your help, actually. This is going to be a bit of a call to arms.
Sweet.
Because we've registered songs on iTunes
Everything.
and Spotify, everything. And there are other groups out there called Silver Lining, so it's a little bit of a battle for the name. So if you just type in Silver Lining on Spotify,
It could be, yeah, okay.
Well, the
not.
movie's going to come up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
the best way to find. I mean, obviously, wearesilverlining.com. Wearesilverlining.com. That's us. Or hashtag wearesilverlining if you're on anything else like Instagram or Facebook or that stuff.
Anywhere,
Yeah.
Search We Are Silver Lining to find, and so every month something new is going to come out.
every month we'll be releasing a
New
single.
song,
That's
new
exciting.
video.
Yeah.
However,
Everyone.
if like you really want to support us,
Yeah.
go to our website, buy the album, buy a T-shirt, rep
true.
our gear, listen to our
I want a
music.
T-shirt.
Yeah, we should
Okay.
have. Why didn't
Go.
Yeah, we should.
we? need to.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of re-upping on our merch.
We hadn't had our
We
coffee
should
yet.
have totally,
We didn't have our mugs in
We
hand.
didn't have our we didn't have our sit down mugs.
No,
Quite, on the way up
these
yet.
are great. We should. Now he's giving me ideas like
Yeah.
the Christmas show. Maybe we come on
The mug exchange.
Yeah, you
Oh.
know, the mug. Yeah, we'll get some
possibilities-
Silver Lining mugs.
The possibilities are endless.
We'll all go to like Value Village and buy the ugliest sweaters we can find and give them to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the ones we give Regina. Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be. I
gosh.
don't know if she's gonna wear them.
Actually, I just got an ugly Christmas sweater. I found one because
Oh.
last year I was supposed to go to
Yeah,
a
you
Christmas
didn't
party.
have one.
Well, because I was supposed to go to a Christmas party, and then they were like, "Yeah, ugly Christmas sweater party." But then by the time I went shopping for one, no stores had them anymore. I guess they sell out
They're
quick.
selling them
Yeah.
now. Just
So,
go now.
well, that's what I mean. So I was in Winners the other day, and sure enough, they had one that was exactly up my alley.
Oh, did you get it?
I got it. I don't know
gonna-
if I should say what it is or if I
No,
should just
you
wait
should
until
keep
that
the
surprise.
But it's ugly.
I'm excited.
I was gonna say, while you're at the mall, and if you're at Markville Shopping Center, you should definitely check out our friends from Jewelry Forever because,
Yes.
as you guys know, today is the day we are raffling this beautiful.
Beautiful
watch.
Seiko 5 watch. That's right. So it's funny. I had all these plans to announce everything's. It doesn't matter. Here we are. Today is the day that we are finally raffling off this watch. And are you guys excited to be like giving away a watch to
Yeah.
somebody?
Super
Yeah,
excited.
it's a
Super
beautiful
excited.
watch.
Yes,
is.
so
Really nice.
we
Gorgeous.
are still taking
Yes.
people to put in the raffle. So all you have to do is leave a comment down below, hashtag Jewelry Forever,
Yep.
and you will be entered in to the draw. Like how many names there are.
Correct. In fact, here I'm going to show them the little video right now.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. So there's your instructions. Tune into the show.
Right now.
Comment hashtag Jewelry Forever. We're watching the chat. Now, see this number 3? Send an email to the sit down. So here's the thing. The reason we have that, and you don't have to send an email, but so one thing about YouTube is there isn't really a way to DM people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if you win,
How will we
and
reach you?
yeah, and if we only have your sort of username on YouTube, we may not have a way to like reach out to you. So
Mhm.
if you are entering the contest and you've commented hashtag Jewelry Forever, just send us a message on any platform that has a DM feature. So if you want to send us on Twitter at Sit Down Scott or the Sit Down Radio Show on Instagram or an email.
Or
any
hit
of that
us
stuff.
up on our personal Instagram.
Yeah,
Carrier
any one of those.
pigeon.
Or if you exercise psychic mediums as
Yes,
well,
yeah.
Garson is our psychic medium.
Yeah.
There you go. You can work. That works
You
as
can
well.
reach me right now. I'm ready.
Yeah.
So Garson will put it, and then he'll be like with his eyes closed.
I'm
and
getting
you'll be
some
like,
interference, guys. Everybody shut up. I need radio silence. And we're done.
Oh, nice. So yeah, get in touch
Transmission
just so that
complete.
if we choose your name, we want to get you the watch, so we need to have a way to reach you. So if you are entering the contest, like basically as soon as you enter your thing, if I were you, I just send a DM or something. Hey, I'm John Smith who just commented, just so that we can reach you in case, because we are going to do the draw towards the end of the show,
Yeah.
and we want to be able to reach you if you win it.
Oh, nice work, Regina. I was just about to do that. Like,
I
put
got
up
you
that
guys.
little hashtag there. It's in the chat
Hashtag
if you need the
Jewelry
reference
Forever.
for what
Oh.
to hashtag.
Excellent.
Regine just did it. She's actually just trying to get in on the draw. She wants to know.
I actually secretly want the watch.
So do I. So I
It's
should-
actually
But then you guys
so
should
do it
do
as
nice.
well.
It is a nice
yeah.
watch.
It's really nice.
I love
take a minute.
the like the colors. Like when I first saw it, it
Greg,
kind of
you're
kind
on
of
the chat.
something
Use
nautical.
the
Oh.
hashtag.
Greg Nagara is in the chat.
Nogara.
Greg
He's always
is
watching.
in here. Hello, Greg.
Hey,
How are
Greg.
you? Greg of
Hi, Greg.
Greg of Latin Train.
There we go.
He is in Latin Train Trio and Latin Train as well as in Siggy Music as well.
So use
Hello,
hashtag Jewelry Forever. We know you're watching.
Hashtag Jewelry Forever. You could win yourself a watch.
Yeah, win that watch.
We're just
Greg,
gonna
don't
raffle
listen
it
to him.
off.
I don't think this one's for you, man.
Because they want it.
Yeah, it's a beauty. Let's give them one more look at it. Let's give them one more look at it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
here, there you go. Look at that. I love it. The blue and the yellow.
Yeah, the band is amazing.
It's
Very-
so
It's very
What?
England.
Silver Lining, the band.
Yeah.
You've heard of them?
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
Finland, you know, it's got a Finnish thing
Yeah.
going on there, or like yeah.
Swedish.
yeah.
Sweden. Yeah, it's a beauty.
That's an excellent video of it. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at it. This rotates nice and slow. I filmed that on that on the same track. See where Mega Man is spinning here?
Oh,
I used that guy and made it look nice and
Oh.
fancy.
you were
Oh,
so
your dad-
resourceful and
your
crafty.
Dad just
Yeah, very
said,
crafty.
nice new set look. What?
Yeah.
The new set looks great.
Is
New
that-
set looks
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, we've
because
been-
of the pillow. Mr.
Oh.
Brown brought me a pillow.
A beautiful frozen.
Just in time.
Yeah.
frozen pillow.
It's
nice
coming
and
out.
comfortable. Yeah,
It's
that's
out.
right.
It's
Is it out already?
out.
So
Oh,
Frozen
yeah.
2's out?
Yeah, it came out last Thursday.
Oh,
I
There you
heard.
go.
I heard one of you guys have not even watched the first one yet.
I think
It
it's
was-
two
it
of
was-
us actually.
yeah.
Two of you.
I only saw the first one recently for the first time.
I just watched it this weekend. And to
Oh.
be honest, it was a pretty late night watch, so I could probably watch it again.
And you liked it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
Really,
movie.
really good movie. Really good movie.
It's the music's pretty
Very catchy.
Music's
Pretty good.
incredible. Yeah.
You
now.
have a connection
Strong
with
message.
Did
Olaf.
Pharrell do music for
Yeah,
Frozen?
and the people who wrote the.
Pharrell?
Yeah.
That I don't
Or maybe
know.
I'm confusing it with like
I
Despicable
thought,
Me because he did.
Despicable Me, he did.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. The happy song is his.
Now, how does Frozen rank in terms of like the other more classic Disney films? Where would you?
But
rank
you know,
it?
it's
I mean,
technically a classic for this generation.
So I don't. I say that's not.
No, because classic has to be 20 years old.
Oh.
Okay.
That's like
Oh.
the definition of like a classic car. For
It may
instance, has to
become
be
a
20
classic.
years
Okay, well, if
old.
it's a
Become a
classic
classic.
20 years ago, then half of the movies like Mulan and them wouldn't be considered a classic.
I will say they may not be. Well, actually,
Was it 99?
I mean, I'm thinking
Maybe.
like especially now. Is it long enough to say like Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast? Those are
They're
kind of
classics.
I would say
yeah.
they're classics. They're classics for me.
For me,
Pocahontas.
for me, that's the pinnacle of Disney. I think they peaked there for me.
Mhm.
I mean,
You know what I watched recently for the first time? Lady and the Tramp, like the cartoon.
Oh, that's a
Because I
good-
wanted to
yeah.
watch a cartoon
There's
before
also
the
another
live
one of those
action.
coming
Yeah,
out.
they remade that
They
too.
remade it.
yeah.
It's on Disney Plus. So if you are not subscribed,
Just kidding.
Looking for more sponsors, Disney. Let's go.
actually, did you
throwing it out there.
did you guys see the meme? There was a meme on about Lady and the Tramp where it was like where people write like really awkward like descriptions of a movie, and the description for Lady of the Tramp was like two chefs try to convince two dogs to
be
mate
married.
in the back alley of their restaurant. Because
If you haven't watched the movie yet, you should.
Because it's basically what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, they're having a romantic date, but when you think what's happening there, it's like, yeah, that's what's happening.
Some
I
people may
enjoyed
have
it.
not watched it, Scott.
When did it come out?
It doesn't tell the ending. That's just
No,
the
no,
premise.
just-
Yeah, that's
just
true.
lets
That's
you know
just,
it's
that's
just
just
the-
one of the things.
Synopsis.
Yeah.
That's one of the things.
It's about mating dogs and chefs.
Two chefs in the back of their restaurant.
Dogs fight over spaghetti
Wow.
nicely in the
Yeah.
back alley.
I bet. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Moving on from this conversation.
Wait.
Or in we go deeper.
Moving on. Let's not ruin spaghetti for anyone.
Oh yes.
Or Lady and the Tramp, I guess. Yeah.
Spaghettification.
It's a
Oh,
problem these
Jewelry
days.
Forever is on here.
Really?
Hey,
Hello.
Jewelry Forever.
Jewelry Forever, thank you guys so much once again for sponsoring our show and for donating this beautiful watch
Mhm.
that we are going
It really
to
is
be
beautiful.
raffling off.
These guys want one. But you guys, if you go to Jewelry
yeah.
Forever,
So yeah, that's another sweet in the deal is
Oh.
anybody. I mean, we read it in the ads as well, but anybody who goes to Jewelry Forever, if you mention this show,
no,
get-
if you mention Scott
say
or
Scott and Regine
Regine,
sent you. But I think Jerry will probably like as long as you say your friends with that. No, say Scott and Regine sent you. You'll get 15% off your purchase.
Get out of
That's
here.
big.
Oh.
God, just in time for Christmas.
And 'tis the season.
Just in time for Scott's birthday.
Big news.
Just in time.
Just in time.
You get a package with 15 watches in it,
You know what? I'll wear them all.
and give them all away on the show.
Exactly.
Speaking
gotta-
of
we'll
just
be
in
raffling.
time, we did a child show actually in high school. I just had to get this in here, and I was just jamming it in because
Yeah.
Oh,
look
okay,
at Garson's
go ahead.
face.
Do it.
It's,
I'm scratching my
He
head,
knows, he
like,
knows.
and it's not even itchy.
yeah, he knows. So we did this really cool course in our final year in high school where you write this children's show and you tour it around to the local schools, and then part of the semester you teach. You're a teacher's assistant and you do drama and whatnot.
Cool.
But anyways, we wrote this show called Just in Time,
Oh.
And Garson was actually the lead of the show.
Incredible.
And he was a French Canadian character, or was he Parisian French or French Canadian? I'm not sure which French he was.
Justin?
Yeah.
Let's, do the accent a little bit.
Justin, I am just in time.
That's French Canadian to me.
Okay,
for sure.
So he was a French Canadian character.
Yeah.
And he's a superhero that saved the day all the time, and he'd always show up just in time. And he was actually his antithesis, or the antithesis to his character was Justine.
Oh.
And she was always late, and she sabotaged you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you give us a couple lines from that show, Gars?
Yeah, Gars.
Oh, wow.
Let's
you
go,
guys, you
this
really
is
want
a
me
live
to dig it out.
Yeah,
Open
live
up the
performance.
treasure trunk,
Yeah,
eh?
just give us
Did you need me to do the Fiendish Man for you? Or?
Oh,
This is
actually, I think that would be a good trigger.
Yeah.
This is a sit-down exclusive
Maybe we could have a
performance.
dialogue.
Yeah.
Of,
I'm the Fiendish Man.
How dare you arrive so untimely?
Well, I'm just fiendish. It's what I do.
You just met my brother. He is a nice man, only we do not talk very often.
But you're always getting in my way just in time.
I have to save the people from your inconvenience.
Curses, 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 curses.
Ha ha ha!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Wow.
That sounds about right.
Wow, round of applause.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank
Wow, thank you for joining me on that.
Of course.
You know what? That's
Anytime.
what people tune in for.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
Kyle Bailey, if you're out there, we're thinking of you right
Yeah, we
now,
miss you.
man.
Was he in the show?
He was the
He
original.
was the Fiendish
he
Man.
is the
Fiendish
He was the
Man.
Fiendish Man.
Cool. Shout out to you. Are we getting more people entering the thing? Oh,
Huge fan
fan of
of
SL.
SL.
Ew,
Oh.
who's that?
Who's our huge fan?
It's Laura T. Sloan.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh no.
Yo, girl, hit
Oh,
that
did you add
hashtag.
Greg into the
Laura,
thing?
get that.
Get that watch.
Yeah.
Get that watch.
Laura, if you want to watch, hashtag jewelry forever. Comment.
That's all you gotta do.
And then we can add you to the draw because somebody's winning this thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe while we get people to join the draw, why don't we hear some music?
Yeah, that's right. This whole time I was like, we have the technology for a band to play live.
Let's
So
talk.
Do you guys want to hear them
Actually,
play
I've decided.
live?
I don't know.
Seeing as how we do have some of your fans on here, why not?
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, you guys
Okay.
make your
We're gonna climb over
make
the
your way
couch.
over to the performance area,
The sound stage.
and we will
We'll keep talking.
We'll keep talking while
We'll
they
keep
get ready.
talking. Yes.
So okay, in fact, while they're getting themselves set up, so I should probably address what happened last week for people. So our sound system totally just died on us, literally like 10 minutes before we were going live.
Yep.
So I was sitting there, all the guests were here, so it was really like a matter of like,
Second.
do I just? Well, I was almost considering, do we cancel the show or not?
And I said no because why cancel a show when we have mics?
Yeah.
Regardless.
But because we not only when we lost the system did we lose the ability to have nice sound, but we also lost the ability to monitor the sound, so the levels are really low. So it sounds. So anyway, I just wanted to say shout out to our two guests who were here, Kathy and Chelsea, because it was still a really fun interview. We had a great time, but even if you guys couldn't hear it as well, it's also why this last week's episode is not on Spotify if you're looking for it, because the sound was just so bad that there was nothing I could do to save it. This episode, however, will be on Spotify probably. So if you want to hear the show, you can find us on Spotify. But for you watching live, we want you to use hashtag jewelry forever to try to win a watch. Try to win this beautiful Seiko 5. How are you guys doing over there?
Great. We're good to go.
Okay, I think so, Regine. So because the remote control's not working, when they start, I'm gonna get you to hit.
I got
click me
you.
into
Don't
it.
worry.
Okay.
While they're setting up,
Alright.
make sure you guys use hashtag jewelry forever one more time in the description below because we will be drawing. Maybe you should remove your headphones. We will be trying the watch live here around 11:45 before the end of the show.
Can they hear? I mean, wow.
Oh, they can definitely hear you.
Okay, because they should know that Scott Dion Brown is a man with many bags, with many tricks. And right now he's masterminding everything in the studio. He is manning the cameras. He's manning the microphones.
It's
he's doing
already
the
on
tech.
that camera.
It's wild.
So let's do it, ladies. Regina.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for We Are Silver Lining.
Closer and closer, jumping like was dropping down. My body sing forever. Can't help but cut each other through diamonds on plastic. We try to keep it so true that it's all lasting. This touch has got us on. Diamonds on diamonds on diamonds on. Dropping lines, me and you. So let's it, so let's it, so let's it. Bleachers, below our plastic shields, our secrets spin in silence. Black lips and high heel shoes, sing songs for dancing giants.
And that was Silver Lining. So again, make sure you continue to join our chat down below. I know a lot of you guys who are too busy listening. Even Mr. Brown came in and tuned in. So remember to use hashtag jewelry forever. Oh, there's more people going on here. Great
Nice.
sound in U Studio.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And I hope it sounded good to you guys out there. We did a nice sound check, and I think it worked.
Their music is just so catchy.
Wait, I'm gonna adjust
Thank
your
you.
camera.
Mm-hmm.
Just as
You
now
don't
we
need
can.
to talk in the mic about that.
we don't need to.
Goodness gracious.
We don't need to talk into the microphone?
No, Scott likes to make
Alright.
think out loud rather than.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. As you guys can see, we're missing one, but that's okay.
He's
Thinking out loud.
That's
I didn't
awesome.
know you wrote that song, Scott.
What song's that, Garth? Sing it again.
Singing out loud?
Oh,
Thinking out loud.
Thinking out loud.
I'm singing out loud.
He's singing out
That's what
loud.
it is, right?
Which one? Are you...
Singing out loud
It's thinking,
by Ed Sheeran. Singing out loud.
Oh yeah, that classic.
thinking
Yeah?
out
That old
loud.
classic. Woo! Oh. So, tell me about that song that we just heard. What's the story behind that guy?
What's the story behind that guy? Okay, so last February we decided to take a new approach to writing than we've ever taken before. We've always kind of brought songs, all three of us write, and we've always kind of brought songs to the table and then kind of silver lining-ified them and kind of
Like
helped
that.
each other with, kind of like carving them out and giving them shape. But this time we decided to write all together in the same room, and everyone has their hands on the project the whole time. So it's a very interesting exercise to. We'd get together and we'd do these sense memory kind of writing warm-ups to kind of break the ice a little bit. It can be a little vulnerable, kind of just moving into that kind of work.
So what do you mean? So what is that sort of?
So we would
sound
do
like?
this exercise where you would set a you'd set a timer for 10 minutes, and we pick a word. It could be anything. It could be cloud or hot coffee. And
But it does have to be one word.
Hot coffee can be one word.
hot coffee can be one word, especially if it's in a hashtag.
Pick a word.
Garson's
Cold air.
Yeah, cold air.
Burr.
And if you pick another word like waking up in the morning and looking at the fog, I mean that's all one word too.
That's a word. Yeah.
For me. So, anyways, you take a word and it has to be one word because if it's more than one word, the whole thing's ruined, and then you have to start a new album.
Start over.
Yeah.
You got to literally delete everything.
Yeah,
and just
yeah. Control
Start
delete.
again.
Format your hard drive.
Oh.
So there's a lot riding on that initial.
That's
warm-up
right.
exercise.
So you pick one word and then you write with all your senses. You use your senses and that's all you write with, and you try to get them all in there, and then afterwards we would read that.
So no hands. You have to write with your senses.
Yeah, you can't use your hands. Like if you can,
Pick up the pencil with your nose. You have to lodge it
Garson's
in.
especially good at it because he's our psychic medium.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can just write with his mind.
Yeah, so you hear the letters on the page, and then you can see them later, or maybe you can taste the letters, and so we take turns, tasting each other's letters and tasting each other's minds, and then hearing each other's feelings as well. Garson, why don't you take over from here, bud?
It's it sounds simple, doesn't it? It sounds super simple.
It does.
I mean, honestly, what we just described, very simple. Yep.
Super simple.
The hardest part is getting in the mood to taste your friend's thoughts.
Yes.
And deciding where the best part, on him energetically is to taste.
Okay.
So
I can't taste my coffee now.
It's an extremely. I mean, imagine before you. It's just like any warm up. Gets the juices flowing, and after you do it, you feel like the ideas really flow with much more ease, and they're much more articulate. You've got all the places in the brain are woken up, all the lights are coming on. So we do this 10-minute exercise, and then we'd get into the real meat and potatoes. Then we
the meat and potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
And potatoes.
Because these are rural vegetables. We're not talking city vegetables.
Out of the ground.
They're meat
Yeah,
and potatoes.
it's pronounced different. Out
Yeah.
Like it's a different vegetable.
Yeah, it is totally.
It is.
But potatoes are, I think, far more healthy for you than potatoes are.
I think I read that somewhere.
Yeah, it's like yams versus sweet potatoes.
Yeah. And sweet potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
exactly.
totally different instrument for your body.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gars, continue.
So then we got into the meat and potatoes, which was we kind of just spitball. So we'd be sitting around having a coffee and be like, so what are things could just be something that's on your mind. It could be a random topic. Like for instance, we wrote a song about traffic, which is about essentially the frustrations of traffic. And the song we wrote ended up kind of being like how to stay blessed in those moments when you're feeling like you want to open the door or roll down the window and throw your hot coffee on someone's face.
Hot coffee being one word, that is.
One word.
Yeah,
everyone.
that's the one word hot coffee, not to be confused. Yeah.
So we choose things like traffic or sometimes they were even deeper. Like one time, and this song actually never really came to fruition. This is an interesting kind of topic because you don't always talk about the ones that didn't make it. And so one day we were sitting in Peterborough and I was thinking, this is kind of dark and emotional. I was thinking about grandparents and being grateful for their influence and their love. And it's an interesting dynamic. I mean, that I think we all experience as adults when our grandparents get old and they require, sometimes extra help in that whole, I don't know, it really pulls on your heartstrings. And that was something that I brought to the table, and we were all kind of trying to sit in on this really heavy, like, how do we really feel? Let me tell you how grateful I am. And we spent hours around the table and ended up being like, this is not working. This song's just not falling out properly. And we abandoned it. But that was the process that we would take. Random ideas, things that you're feeling, or literally stuff that we encounter every day, and then we'd go for it.
So are you guys going to write a song about being on the sit down?
Absolutely.
You guys already,
so long
you
as you
already
can
came
spell
up
is
with
one
my
word.
name.
Absolutely.
So
Oh yeah, it's got to be one word.
Well,
Yeah.
Regina Alaina is one word on my necklace.
Regina Alaina is one
So
word.
therefore.
Oh, I see.
No, it's Regina Alaina. It's
Yeah.
Regina
Has to
Alaina
be
is
in
one
there
word.
somehow.
It's Regina Alaina is
It's
one
Regina
word.
Alaina.
That's one word.
Scott Dion Brown is one word too, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know
Sure.
if you know this.
It's the way of the future, one word.
Exactly. Hashtag.
Hashtag one word. One word, guys. One
So we
word.
max out
It's a
those
movement.
characters.
One word movement. So Diamonds on Plastic came out of that process. The last song
But
we just
diamonds
played.
on plastic are 3 words.
Yeah, so
just say
we
it.
started with you're right. We started with a warm up, and then we kind of how do we get to it? We looked at the relationship between a needle on a record player and the vinyl. So the diamond is the needle.
Is the needle, yeah.
And then the record is the plastic.
Yeah.
And so we thought that kind of those aligning, or I should say those opposing thoughts, were super interesting, and it created a really cool tension to write around. That then opened it up to could be about that relationship, or also like a loving relationship between two people. There are some references to, we're trying to paint some pictures about high school and being at a dance and trying to access that kind of, at times, hot Hollywood pink love through the relationship between a needle and a record. So it's a very interesting look at a song, but then become relatable through the love between the two kind of opposing forces. So that's kind of the process that we took on the whole album. And so each song has a really cool, unique voice that comes through the three of us.
And so you're really, and you said like every single song on the album is all three of you are creating it together at the same time. That's
the
really
whole
cool.
time. And we have our own studio as well, so everyone was present for everything, which I think is a really cool exercise as a group. Everyone there's a really good camaraderie, a really cool, the song steeps in everyone's energy, and you can't normally afford that, because if you're going to rent a studio prices can be so expensive that you really need to be kind of almost clinical about how you're using it.
Yeah.
But we were able to, sit through, there's many hours Garson would sit on the couch and he was playing paradiddles as someone was up at the spaceship kind of mixing, and then you'd be able to like pepper in 3 ideas in like a 6-hour period. Like there's lots of kind of playing with time like that, but I think it really put a unique flavor on all the songs.
How many songs are there?
There are 9 songs on the album. We
wow.
wrote 15, I think, wrote 16, 15, and then we whittled them down to see which were the strongest, and also we were really under the gun for the release of it, so it was a kind of a process of elimination, like what survives the whole process.
You are the weakest.
So you guys had actually I was going to ask that, because one of the big things is so you talk about when you're in a studio where you're paying hourly, you're always under the gun to finish, but then it's way better obviously when you have your own setup, because then you can take your time and work on it. But then I also find, I know me personally, when I'm working on a project but I know that there's no actual, like the only deadline that I would set for it is like the one that I set for myself, there's that danger where I could say it's never finished and I could work on it forever. So you guys, did you find for this one you actually said, okay, this is when you want it
what
finished?
What we did is we announced the release party. So we planned it, it was booked, it was in the calendar, and honestly it was the most hilarious, like fly by the seat of your pants down to the last minute. We were finishing mastering it in my mom's basement not like 4 hours before we were going to play the show. And we spent all this time, I think when was the show, in July?
The 9th,
so we spent
I believe.
from like February to July 9th writing, recording, producing this whole album, but we didn't really get to learn it. Like when you play it in the studio, you kind of play a bunch of different times, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the one, that's the take, that's sweet, and then you move on to the next kind of step. And so we found ourselves in this hilarious position where we're like, oh, now we need to perform this in front of people live with a live energy, and we kind of know it. So, but it was amazing. Without that hard deadline, I don't think we would have had the same product. I think
and on a track by track basis, we had a checklist, and it was very simple stuff like, can you hear all the elements in the mix? Like just very very basic and almost very clinical checklist for, is this track complete? Like, are all the elements there? Have we recorded like proper takes of each of the elements, the vocals, the instruments, that kind of thing? And can you hear it all? And would move on from there. And if there was any flag that any person would come up with, like, this really needs, like, I'm really feeling against this, then we would address that.
Cool. So what's cool about that is it's one, it gets it done, but I think you'd also make sure that what you're creating is something that's really unique to that moment, and it would almost be impossible to recreate something like that. It's really, not only are you feeling that working together, but you're feeling the pressure of meeting the deadline. All of that is there. There are probably a whole bunch of things in that album that they're only there because of those sort of pressures.
Absolutely.
Maybe we should give Scott a checklist and he kidding.
But the thing is, but the deadline itself, like even this, I mean, having the show now, I know it has to happen every Sunday, and I was like, for example, here, okay, we want to get a live band in here. So like all week this week, I've been running around, like it's all been on my mind. Okay, what do I need to actually make it work? Okay, do we need any extra mics? Do I need this? I'm making checklists in my mind of like, so like even here, we were kind of setting up. We started a little bit after 11, But because we have that hard deadline, it's like we're
come
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's like-
you set up
Yeah.
the thing on YouTube where it says this is going live on
At
such and
this
such a
time,
date
yeah.
at this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
People are holding you accountable.
Yes, and they were like, where is it?
I know they're really upset in the comments right now.
Gosh, God.
Furious. Actually, speaking of the comments, somebody wrote, who was that? JT photo
Yeah.
video. Loved how the band introduced Regine. LMFAO. And then she says, "You look beautiful as always."
I didn't
I
know she's a
know.
member of that band.
But they loved how you. They loved
Can you
your
guys do it
introduction.
one more time? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
Regine
Regine
Alaina.
Alaina. It's great.
Because it's funny, because that was early. So now Regine, well, you guys were the ones who kind of noticed.
So
That's
when
how she
we,
introduced herself.
when I first introduced myself, I usually say Regine Alaina, and they picked up on it, and it just became this thing.
It's great.
It's kind of become a trademark, and that's thanks
That's
to these guys
Thanks
right
to
here.
them, yeah. A year later, it's still
A year
going
later,
strong.
an entire year later.
If I don't introduce myself like that, the show just goes. "Meh."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It needs that energy. It's
Yeah.
that polish. It's that shine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kicks things off. Kicks things off like a Grey Cup Sunday.
Yeah. It's certainly, yeah.
Who's your team, man?
Well, I mean, so I'm an Argos guy,
We could tell.
obviously, but the Argos were really, really bad this season, so they're not in the. They're
Yeah,
not in
he
the final.
skipped out on my pageant to watch the Argos play.
I did.
And
Well, I'm
they
a season
lost,
ticket
and
holder,
they lost.
and they lost.
But
so
I
they were
watched.
bad. So this year's team, it's against the Hamilton Tiger Cats
And Winnipeg.
versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Mhm.
And I don't know who to cheer for, because here's on the one hand, Toronto and Hamilton has a very fierce rivalry, right?
Mm.
It's like, Toronto, Montreal in hockey.
Mhm.
So like,
But
do
it's
I like?
still Ontario.
Yeah, so that's one thing. So like, do I cheer for Hamilton now because Toronto's not in it? But then on the flip side, Winnipeg is a good team, and also Winnipeg's jerseys, I really like them.
Yeah.
They're just really their logos, their jersey is like blue, white, and gold. It's nice because they're like kind of it's actually similar colors to the watch. we're giving away.
Yeah.
Which there you go. But it's just like they're really nice, and so do I cheer for our division rival, or do I cheer for the guys whose jersey I really like?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good
That's
question.
an age-old.
I think there's some
question.
subliminal things maybe in play here that you're not even aware of. The Blue Bomber,
Yes.
that name is, I mean, it's almost like Bomberman. It's almost like Mega Man.
Hey.
Two characters that you are deeply connected with.
Yes.
Deeply connected.
The,
I am
the,
connected
the
with Mega Man.
colors, the Blue Bomber.
Yes.
Like Mega Man wears a friggin' like blue bomber suit.
That's
So
true.
I think there's
I think you're
something-
convincing
I
me.
think we know exactly who
I think
Scott's going
I'm
for.
gonna have to cheer for Winnipeg. I think you've convinced me. I think I was leaning that way. 'Cause-
I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? Because you want your rival to go down.
Yeah,
You
there's
want-
that.
yeah.
But that's the thing. It's same like in the NHL, right? So, people are like, oh, like so. There's a couple years ago, there was a situation where there was only one Canadian team that got into the playoffs.
Mm.
So everybody around was like, oh, so I guess we should cheer for the Canadian team. But the thing is, especially in Canada, the rivalries between all the teams are so severe.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if they're a Canadian team. I'm not cheering for them. I'm
Yeah.
going to cheer for
Yeah.
Boston or whatever, right? Like, so, like, I don't know. Are Leaf fans going to start cheering for Montreal fans?
Someone
Montreal
in the
fans?
chat says
Yes.
Winnipeg winning in the name.
In the name. Good choice. That's a good point. Thank you, Brandon McKenzie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Hamilton has dominated the league this year. I think
Okay.
they're so they are, I believe they're the favorite. But that's more reason. Who doesn't like cheering for an underdog?
Underdog.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the next
Right.
question: is it in Winnipeg or is it in Hamilton?
It's in
Oh no,
Winnipeg,
it's actually
isn't it?
They must be playing
so
indoors, right?
no, it's outdoor.
But isn't Winnipeg covered in snow right now?
Yeah, but the thing is, actually, I'm not even sure where it is. The
I'm
Grey
pretty
the
sure
Grey
it's in
Cup
Winnipeg.
the Grey Cup
Close
is
call.
not in a city of like they decide where the Grey Cup is at the beginning of the season. So it could be in Toronto even if they're not playing.
Oh,
So
Village
I-
check.
So actually, I should know, but I actually
Yeah,
don't
you
know where it is.
should.
But no, they
It's
play.
in Calgary.
There you go. So
I
it's
think,
cold.
Yeah, I think
No,
Calgary's, no
they-
snow yet.
Oh, there
No,
might be,
there's
but they do
cold-
it.
there's snow in
They play
Calgary.
any weather. They'll do it.
Wow.
It's I've been to games like even in Toronto now that they're playing at BMO Field where
It's so
I'm in my
cold.
parka. I have those warmer things in my gloves, and
Yeah.
we're just like. Cold. Well, actually, you're not too bad once you had a few drinks in you and stuff. But it's like, but it is part of it. Like the weather plays a part in the
Yeah.
game. Like it's yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I imagine. It reminds me like I used to play soccer growing up.
Mhm.
That's actually how Garson and I met. We met in grade 6 playing soccer.
On the pitch.
Aw.
And the on the pitch, that's right.
on the pitch.
And we the high school season was always in the fall. So like you always had those days where it was kind of lightly drizzling and definitely cold,
And you
but
just
you're
play.
just get your body so warm that you're running, like your skin's burning because it's cold, but your internal temperature's way up.
Yeah, I think they only call it if there's lightning. Like that's the only time.
Isn't the same thing with
yeah.
baseball?
Yeah, like I think. Yeah, well, I mean,
Imagine playing baseball in the winter.
Oh god.
I mean, they'd have to change the color of the ball.
But do you guys want to play another song?
Oh yeah, let's hear a song.
Absolutely.
Let's hear a song.
Sure.
All right.
In fact, and while they're setting up, let's do the ads.
Yeah.
Let's do the ads. Okay. So they're gonna make their way over. There we go. We got a shot of them making their way to the thingy, and in the meantime,
the stage.
to the sit down stage. Oh, as a little thingy just tumbled a little bit. So guys, this episode
Of the sit down.
and I'm kind of delaying because again we were kind of rushing. Brought to you by. I didn't have the thingies
Stop thinking
open.
out loud.
Okay. I'm just like, all right. This episode of the sit down
Was brought to you by Jennifer C.
Yes, the following fantastic advertisers. First up, Regine.
Yes, Scott.
Do you want to find out what your home is really worth?
Sure.
Are you buying or selling your home?
I could be.
Then Jennifer C., realtor at Home Life Culture Link, is here to help.
Mm-hmm.
Call or text Jennifer today at 647-403-8887. Don't deal with just anyone. Speak to a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer C. at Home Life Culture Link. To see her current listings, visit homelifeculturelink.com.
Mm-hmm.
The Mortgage Godfather. The Mortgage Godfather is here to give you advice with any mortgage needs you may have, and he will shop to find you the best mortgage. Nino Saimeka, mortgage agent. He'll give you an offer you can't refuse. Regine.
I like Garson just said, that's sweet.
So find out more at mortgagegodfather.ca or call 905-604-6955. And finally, it was brought to you, of course, by Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located. Ooh, yes.
That's scary.
Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and they change watch batteries, all done on site. And of course, if you tell them Scott and Regine sent you, you will enjoy 15% off your purchase. So find out more at jewelryforever.ca. And of course, we got to announce it again. They are giving away this beautiful Seiko 5 limited edition watch, courtesy of Jewelry Forever. So we are going to be raffling it off very, very soon. Toward the end of the show, maybe the next 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But soon. And so make sure you're here. Leave comment hashtag Jewelry Forever and then send us a DM somewhere so we can get in touch with you if you win.
Mm-hmm.
But get yourself a watch. And how are we doing, guys? You about ready?
Yep.
All right.
Are you guys ready to see another live performance from Silver Lining? I think so. A lot of the people in this in the group chats down below are talking about them. So
Well, then let's get this thing rolling. Okay, hang on. Let me
so
arm
while
their mic.
Scott goes,
Well, don't go to mic 2 yet. Wait until I'm over there. But hang on.
while Scott goes and prepares, yes, leave your comments down below for hashtag Jewelry Forever. And I've been seeing a lot of them coming through, so don't worry. I've been adding your names to this beautiful draw. There's getting more and more. Oh my god, I just lost them all.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Kick it to when
Yes.
the first and then.
As you guys can hear them talking through their microphones. Here, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Silver Lining.
Faded blue jeans with the ripped up blues. Fresh ice creams and a plain white tee. Not the way she looks, it's the way she's looking at me. It's the boyfriend know you see her, that you're out tonight. the perfume dancing on you. We linger in the fading light. Don't hang your hat on me, baby. My advice to you, don't hang your hat on me, baby. Oh, don't hang your hat on me, baby. It's alright for you, don't hang your hat on me, baby. Black leather jacket, hotel room. White on chrome, goodbye card for the door. Not the way she looks, it's the way she's looking at me. Does your boyfriend know you're single, that you're out tonight? Feel the perfume dancing on you. The way you linger in the fading light. Don't hang your hat on me, baby. My advice to you, don't hang your hat on me, baby. Oh, don't hang your hat on me, baby. It's alright for you, don't hang your hat on me, baby. Tell me how you want it. Can I be straight with you? From the balcony to the shower, please. Baby, please. Laid up on the couch, fingers in your mouth, champagne next to me. Sweat dripping ecstasy. Tell me how you want it. Can I be straight with you? From the balcony to the shower, please. Baby, please. Laid up on the couch, fingers in your mouth, champagne next to me. Sweat dripping ecstasy. When you have baby, when you have baby, oh, when you have baby, when you have baby, oh, I'm just passing through. He's not right for you.
Give it up one more time for Silver Lining. Yes, I am. That was really good. I don't know if you guys know this, but Steven and Jonathan are actually brothers. So my question when they come back is, do you guys practice harmonizing when you guys are just chilling?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, like if someone starts humming one of the songs or a song, whatever, and or like just like jamming on something, sometimes that just happens and you don't even realize you're doing it. Or like whistling, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And then suddenly everyone just kind of like drops into their part.
Mm-hmm.
And Garce actually joins in as well. Garce is experiencing some not so good vocal health right now.
True.
His voice is hurting from his cool lifestyle. But
we're actually more likely to practice singing our harmonies when we're doing something silly.
Yeah.
We have practiced a lot in the past. We used to like sometimes we'd spend our Saturdays would be 10-hour days, which all harmony rehearsal.
Wow.
So we did a lot of that, and now I think we're more likely to kind of practice on the fly, like singing something completely ridiculous.
So you're gonna like harmonize
You start
Regine,
harmoning
Alaina?
on it.
Yeah, exactly.
We would, like if we were to sing something like Pints with Ja Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Pints with Ja Boys. Pints with Ja Boys. And on this Sunday, the same day that the Grey Cup is had, all the lads got together, had coffee, sat down with Regine and Scott-Dionbrown, and we're glad. We shared some love and practiced some harmonies, and everyone was glad.
Pints with Ja Boys. Pints with Ja Boys. Pints with Ja Boys. Pints be with you.
And also with you.
It is good to lift the pints up with your boys.
It is right to give up pints and praise.
Pints, everybody.
So this morning it's obviously coffee, but it's kind of stuff like that where we'll just jump into. Oh, the other day actually we had we were heading to Peterborough for a gig. I think we were playing it at the Garnet, and we're all kind of sitting in the car and just putzing along and
Because we're on the DVP, so you're never going fast.
That's right. And we're in my aunt's van that she gave to me because she's about to trash it because it's like it's kind of think about like a poppy.
So it's literally putts
a poppy old jalopy. Yeah. So anyways, we're in there doing that, over caffeinated, and we started singing something about. Oh yeah, it was like. Going down Peterborough, Peterborough, going down Peterborough, Peterborough, down Peterborough, Peterborough hard. Going down Peterborough, Peterborough, going down Peterborough, Peterborough, going down Peterborough hard. So, just something like that. We just kind of make up on the spot, and we filmed it and threw it up on Instagram. And one of our fans actually said that they would buy that song.
That was really good.
That's so funny because we just that's how we.
Would you guys buy that song?
Yeah,
leave a comment down below.
Put a hashtag down there.
Hashtag we will buy the song.
Yeah, that's right. And then the lucky winner gets the song.
Siggy.
Yeah, Siggy's on here.
Greg.
Hey.
Brendan.
Hello. Thank you guys, all of you. I hope you've commented hashtag jewelry forever so you can win yourself.
Siggy has not. Everyone else has.
Siggy, try to win yourself a watch.
Yeah, win a watch.
Hashtag jewelry forever.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy
belated.
Orange juice cheers to you.
Orange juice cheers. I don't have orange juice on mine, but
Tea cheers for you.
A tea cheers.
You got a tall mug of whiskey there, I see.
A nice tall mug. I like to start my day.
Whiskey and heavy cream.
Scott Dion Brown, what's new with you, man? You do so much really cool stuff.
Newest thing this has kind of been the focus really cool. For the last little while. It's just like, the studio has been here for a long time, but sort of converting it into something that will be able to do this show every week.
Yeah.
It's kind of been dominating a lot of my thoughts lately.
No doubt. It looks like some awesome bless has been put into the studio. I certainly feel vibes and bless in here, which is the most important thing for
That's good. I endeavor to make it a good spot for,
for a good sit down.
Yeah, and also if you guys can see the wall of fame along the back there, we got to make sure we take a picture after the show so we can add you there.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we got to get you guys.
It gives me a bit of like the eclectic sort of vibe in here. Gives me a bit of an NPR Tiny Desk vibe.
Oh yeah.
Because he's just like they've got that huge bookcase of knickknacks and all
especially
that stuff.
that shelf of records over there. That's especially
with all you should have the ATT or not the AT, the AT-AT. Like the Millennium Falcon.
So there's
Falcon. Oh my God!
Can we don't have a camera on it, but there's
Star Wars
can we
reference.
please?
The AT-AT and the Millennium Falcon. So just so you guys know, if you watch Star Wars
with Garce,
with Garce, the little
the
thing on
Millennium Malcolm,
the little two-leg chicken walker, the Imperial.
I've never watched Star Wars.
Vader.
So explain this to me.
That should be an episode.
AT-AT was right. AT-AT's right.
AT-AT.
Yeah. I mean, people usually call it AT-AT,
and then
right?
There's a character in Star Wars. His name's Tom Solo, and he's
actually
Tom
up there
Solo
too.
flies the Falcon.
He wants you to paint his space fence white.
Tom Solo is going to come over to your place and just take stuff out. He'll come down on his Falcon.
He'll take pictures of you without you knowing.
It flew the coop in 14.5 parsec. Dude, I'm nailing it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Good
he
film.
did the chicken run in
But those knickknacks are the perfect kind of stuff that gives it that Tiny Desk vibe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I worked a couple here. I've taken some. So there's a shelf just over here for people who obviously. Oh, there's a few more. Maybe we should work them more in because that's why. I made a couple,
all this stuff.
We got R2D2 and C3PO here. C3PO here is lounging in a Muskoka chair. There he is there, and Mega Man obviously spinning around, and
a frozen pillow.
And a frozen pillow. See, it's all little things that get added. So every week we've been adding a couple things, adding more and more things.
That one, the very top shelf, the Megazoid. Did I say that one right?
I'm afraid it's a Megazord.
Zord.
He tried.
But
the brand is strong with Garce.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm consistent.
Yeah.
Scott,
I don't know anyone's name.
I think one of the last times I saw you was.
Don't say a year ago at the sit
No,
down.
it wasn't a year
No,
ago.
it wasn't.
It was at our place. We had this party in Parkdale, and we were living on King Street.
Great time.
Yeah, it was really cool. Actually,
it was a totally random party.
It was a totally random party. It was
this party at their house.
There's no special reason for the party. We got a keg. We made a big punch bowl. We got food. We invited everyone over for no special reason.
None.
Certainly nothing special. Just to party.
It was just a regular average kind of day.
Day for a Virgo. Just regular average.
No one really remembers.
It was Garson's birthday party.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were playing the show in a backyard, or I should say we weren't playing a show. It was a birthday party, and we didn't plan to play music, but we had a bunch of musicians come over, one of which being Scott Dion Brown, and we started jamming, and then the people out in the back said, hey, can you guys just bring that outside? So impromptu, we just dragged a bunch of equipment out there, and we had these awesome jams that were just went on into the evening.
It was great.
So I'm sure you already know. Yeah, pardon me, into the morning. I'm sure you already know, but Scott Dion Brown is.
I'm trying to get Scott and his band to play on the show.
Yes.
We will. We will actually. It's.
I'm like
it's,
the first band to come on the show should at least be Scott's band, but no.
Like, isn't that just like easy? Like, isn't that just like a?
Well, not when he has to run the show and.
That's the thing.
The
It's kind of.
That's the tricky bit.
Yeah, like when I used to organize shows at like we were talking about before at the Alma Combo a few years ago. And it was one of those things where it was I liked running the shows, but there was a couple times where I put my band on the bill, but it adds an entire other level of stress because like now I'm running around making sure the ticket person's working, making sure this all that, and then at some point I gotta go. Okay, now I gotta go play a gig.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to see Scott Dion Brown's band?
It'll happen.
Leave a comment down below.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
we'll do like a sit-down takeover, and Silver Lining can come like do like a guest spot.
Yes.
We'll take it over and we'll interview.
We can be the guest hosts.
Yeah,
we'll be the guest
yeah.
hosts.
Yeah.
I like that a lot actually.
So what am I gonna do?
Well, no, you're still the.
You're still Regine
You are the
Alaina.
shine.
Yeah.
Regina Alaina is the shine. Like without that, the show will not be complete.
Correct.
So we need
It
you.
never is complete without me.
Oh. Regina Alaina, what's new with you? What's going on?
I recently won the Ms. Galaxy Canada title.
You won.
I won. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
In fact, when they were here last, had you decided to enter?
Yeah, when you guys were here last, I was just Ms. Galaxy Toronto. Now I'm Ms. Galaxy Canada.
Like, guys, do you know that there is a superstar over here doing a show for you? That's really cool. Look at those beautiful nails. Come
Block
on
his
now.
face. They're talking about me.
Oh, I was looking at her nails.
Gorgeous.
That's very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So it's that and this.
A lot's happened. One Grey Cup Sunday to another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happened, you guys?
I mean, this has to continue to be a thing.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
I
so
almost
that was going to be the announcement that I was going to make, and I talked to Scott about this. Is this weekend, every year will forever be Silver Lining episode weekend.
That's it. That's it.
I like it.
That's sweet.
I like that a lot.
So we will see you guys next year.
Oh my god.
This is great.
I only see them once a year.
We can watch the Grey Cup, and then when they have the ad breaks, we can play a song, and we can provide our own commentary.
See, we were talking about doing that for the
Yeah, because
Christmas
our last
parade.
episode, the Santa Claus parade was happening on the
Santa
same
Claus
day.
parade. So
we're like,
oh,
people want to hear our commentary on the Santa Claus parade?
Why not?
I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
So then we can do one with the Grey Cup.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing is we'd have to.
I don't even watch the Grey
We have to
Cup.
move the day up. That might make it even more entertaining, though.
To
have somebody commenting on football who doesn't know anything about
like
football.
how I made
Absolutely.
commentary on your 1,000 subscriber indie, and I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So you know how? Well, maybe you don't know, but like if you've ever watched, oh my gosh, what is it? It's like Planet Earth, but Snoop Dogg narrates it.
Oh my god.
It's really, really.
I have not seen
What is
that.
these animals?
What is these animals? What is it called?
I don't know. I don't remember the name of it.
Planet Earth. It's
I've
called
never even heard
Planet
of it.
Earth. And
How could I not remember that?
yes, Planet Earth.
Planet.
It's so funny. And Snoop Dogg, I find, is just one of those people that his commentary is automatically insanely entertaining and insanely funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if, like, I didn't know this. I should say it came to my full consciousness recently that actually Garson Carroll is one of those people. If you just let him comment on things, like we were playing NHL the other night on Xbox, and Garson isn't an avid NHL player, but his commentary on the event was just, it's so rich and funny, Garson. So I think you'd be a good person to maybe do some comment.
Call the game.
You have to be a little aloof. Like you have to just not really know entirely what's going on.
And curious.
Yeah.
And curious.
Genuinely curious.
And just genuinely
like-
just give your reaction. Like, what's
It's like
actually
for
happening.
Scott's 1,000 subscriber indie video. He's like, here, watch this and make comments on it. The entire time I was just laughing. I'm like, I can't leave a comment. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. After
Yeah, it was
this.
we did an RC like remote control car race.
Oh, amazing.
A 1,000 meter remote control car
For his
race.
1,000
And then Regine and I were like the commentary
Whoa.
doing it. So it was pretty fun.
I just laughed.
I need to watch that.
Oh,
Is
sure.
that
Yes.
that's a video?
It's on
Yeah.
his YouTube
So
channel.
I need to watch that.
It's,
I'm like, how do you do that? How do you?
In fact, it ended up being quite a
Pretty
production because
epic. You should watch
I
it.
acquired 4 cars, and then we got a GoPro for each car, and so each car has it mounted, and The thing is, though, the only thing is the cars weren't as fast as I thought they were going to be. So, like,
They're
partway
running
through the
faster
race,
than the
part of
car.
it was like, are we going to get to 1,000 meters? I don't know.
Was it like a 1,000-meter straight drag race, or is it like a circuit?
We went to
You gotta watch it.
we went to a
find out.
track. we actually, in fact, we went to a track that was actually my old elementary school, and we went to the back track there, and we just
That's
did
so brilliant.
2.5 laps around the
I
track.
want to watch that.
And did they
You
did they have to drop into the pit and get their double D's recharged?
You'll see.
I was worried that would happen, but in the end, it was all right. The double T's
See,
were okay.
Garce is like, this is great. It's honest. It's
See,
curious.
we should have gotten
It's perfect.
Garson to
It's-
do the commentary.
Always get Garson to do the commentary. And usually,
I'm
like,
here for you guys.
Yeah, either make it-
Honestly, my schedule has lots of holes.
If you guys need a professional commentator,
yeah.
There you go.
hit up Garson.
And honestly, I think is like from being around Garson a lot, I think his best kind of like state of mind is a little underslept and slightly overcaffeinated. Then he really is just open to his, the flow of the universe and the signs and the omens, and his
Oh, yeah.
curiosity.
It's
comes
the
out.
breakfast
Oh, yeah.
wraps from Mrs. Brown.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
these breakfast
That's
wraps
it.
are fire.
Yeah, they're very tasty. Do you think we should like draw a watch?
Draw a
That
watch
sounds
or
exciting.
draw
Raffle
the
a
watch?
You guys
Do
wanna
we
give
have
a
enough
watch
pens
away?
and paper?
Oh, I have it.
Can you draw a nice watch?
Garce, you draw a watch while they
Can
draw a
you
watch.
draw a watch?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
And then we
Draw
can
watch, draw watch.
raffle off the drawing as well.
The
Okay.
drawing or the
Did
actual?
you get this one?
I did.
Should we give like everybody a last call? Like, get your hashtags
okay.
in now.
Okay, yeah, everybody. Yeah, that's a good call.
You guys can do more than one,
Okay.
and then you'll be added more than one.
Really?
Well, no, not in the same episode though.
Not in the same
No,
episode.
no, no. Only
Go
one.
to a
Okay.
different
So-
episode. Okay.
Okay. So basically, here we are. This is your 1-minute call to get your final hashtag in. Hashtag jewelry forever to win yourself this beautiful Seiko 5 watch, which you are now seeing on a screen in front of you. Although it's supposed to be spinning. Why isn't it spinning?
Fire up those fingies.
Anyway, here. Where
Put
is
it
it?
out, Garce.
Start typing with those
Here.
digits.
You guys want? Can you model it for
Send
us?
me your number.
Yeah, we can model this.
So here's our beautiful watch being modeled
Open.
by our gorgeous models here. Look at that Seiko 5 limited edition
It
beautiful
matches
watch.
the microphones and everything.
Maybe
If you hold on to the
Oh,
pillow.
look at that. Look at that. Cat-like
And
reflexes.
you just actually saw an interesting thing about it. It's front weighted.
I wanted to give
Yes,
So-
that was a
Hold the
feature.
pillow,
It will
hold the
always
pillow.
rest on your
But I
wrist.
want
Yeah.
to give it that, like, I want to give it that. I'll just hold the pillow. You're
Yeah,
right.
just hold it.
I want to give it that. What is it? The Price is Right, where they kind of just touch the side.
Dun, dun, dun,
Gorgeous.
Give you some hand-sized
It's like,
perspective.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hand size.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
perspective.
So there it is. So this
Wow,
is your final
beautiful
chance.
watch.
30-second call, people. 30-second call.
29.
Guys, don't
28,
waste these seconds. This
27,
watch belongs
26,
on your wrist.
That's right.
25,
It's really, it's amazingly
If you like
gorgeous.
the Argos, if you don't like the Argos, either way, it's,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful.
Our
beautiful
code.
wage.
Whoever you like. It's
Nice wage.
it's that color.
That
Or
color,
whatever
yeah.
you like.
Yeah. Here, why don't you hold it?
I mean, I'd just like to say, may I?
Garsh, can you use your senses and give us a sense memory exercise on that watch? The one word is
Sense memory exercise.
yeah. The one word is the watch. Stream of consciousness, go.
Yellow and gold, seamlessly woven with buckles of silver.
Mm-hmm.
Chrome shining in lights, hands moving second by second.
Wow.
Should I go?
I think
Keep
going.
going, keep
That
going
sounded-
while
that
people.
was-
Oh, we're still bringing it in, guys.
Well, it's 10 seconds, people. 10 seconds.
Cool, Garsh.
Smoothly drifting
What's it taste like?
Ew.
amber and expensive mahogany.
Ooh, I like that. I love a nice taste of mahogany.
It's like Will Ferrell playing the Yaz flute.
Ooh,
Oh.
a little bit of the
Mr.
Yaz.
Burgundy.
A little bit of the Yaz in there.
Alrighty.
All right, I think
we're
are we good? Are we doing it?
good.
Okay.
How about
Okay.
we get
Who's gonna win this watch?
Steven to do
Steven,
it
yeah.
because he's
Okay.
been quiet.
Bum, bum, bum.
All right.
I was
I'm
hoping.
handing
That's why I was
the,
being so quiet.
I'm handing the
Ah.
magical basket over.
Okay.
Draw us
So
a name.
Don't look
Look at
into the
this.
basket.
I can't read them. They're all nicely folded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made sure they
Wow,
were.
And I'm
there
stirring
are
them.
hundreds in there.
Are there actually?
Yeah.
Maybe even
There's
thousands.
hundreds.
Maybe even.
Oh my
hundreds.
God.
Steven's hand
I
is
did
swimming
not
around in a
expect
wave.
that.
I think they're like.
I'm just feeling it out. Oh, we have one.
Or Mike
We have
Tyson
one.
is-
It has become apparent. Would you like me to announce
landed.
it?
Yeah, you can announce it.
Are you ready for this?
Yes. Dun, dun, dun.
The winner of
Do
the
you have a
Sit
drum
Down with
roll?
Scott, Dion Brown, and Regine Alaina watch.
Courtesy of Jewelry Forever.
Hashtag Jewelry Forever is Greg Noguera.
Oh!
Greg, you won the watch.
Congratulations, Greg.
Greg.
Now that
Congratulations.
means Greg needs to come onto the show so
Yeah.
that he can pick up the
That's
watch.
You can pick it up at the studio when your band is performing here on the show.
Greg, this is your glorious watch.
Beautiful.
I just
That's
have to
so nice.
say, I'm not surprised at all that Greg won this watch.
Greg watches every week.
He
you
does.
Sometimes
He's
Then you're
also
very deserving
one of
of
the
this.
nicest, most kindest, generous human beings.
Most kindest.
What does
Kindest.
he taste like?
I mean, most of you probably don't even know that word.
Regine, Alaina. And what does that taste
Should
like?
I go to the burn unit? Did I just get one?
No. She just.
I'm just joking.
She's playing the game of the sense memory.
I
She asked
am.
you what it tasted like. It
Oh,
was nice.
Yeah.
have a lick.
It was a reincorporation.
I tried.
Yeah.
Greg,
Greg says sweet.
he's honestly so awesome of a human being, and karma just brought you a watch, my dude. It's no surprise.
And now he's going to look just a little bit more stylish.
Yeah.
Walking down the street.
You're welcome. I'm just kidding.
No, thank you very much, Jewelry Forever.
Yes.
What a cool.
Again,
um,
thank you
giving
to
us a lot.
Jerry from Jewelry Forever for bringing in this beautiful watch. And congratulations again to Greg for winning it.
And once again, Jewelry Forever, if you go to the shop, they're open at Markville Mall in Markham. 15% off.
But this week coming up is Black Friday. So they are actually doing a Black Friday promo. I don't know if you can use our promo code there on that day. But still drop by and let them know Regine and Scott sent you.
Thank you very much, Jewelry Forever. And congratulations once again, Greg.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
You want to watch. I mean, we're probably getting close to the end of the show. What do you guys think?
I don't think
I
they want
could
to
do it
leave.
forever.
I could do this all
This
day.
is kind of fun.
Breakfast
isn't
is the first meal of the day. It doesn't matter when you eat it.
That's a good point.
Garce, when's dinner?
2 meals after breakfast.
Okay. And can you have breakfast after dinner as well?
If you went to sleep after dinner, then yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because in
Yeah.
theory, every breakfast is after dinner.
That's.
Oh.
Wait, but then when's dessert?
After dinner.
Dinner.
Before breakfast.
Before breakfast.
Guys.
Oh, yeah, okay, then. So then every breakfast is after dessert.
This conversation's tearing a hole in the space-time
Okay, so
continuum.
if you tuck your shirt into your pants, right? Now
Yeah.
your shirt's tucked into your pants. But if your shirt is untucked,
Your pants.
your pants are tucked into your shirt.
That's true, too.
Big. That's big.
Silver lining, ladies and gentlemen.
Big, guys.
These are the things
Yeah.
that people tune in for.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
Yeah.
the
You know?
TED Talk's coming soon.
This is the TED Talk.
This
This
is
is
on. This is also going to be on Spotify. So
That's
For
very
real?
cool.
Yeah, we put it on Spotify now.
while
This
you're
goes
on Spotify, make sure you check out We Are Silver Lining as well.
That's right.
Nice.
Head on over to Spotify. Follow our show. Follow these guys.
Yeah.
Find We Are Silver Lining. And I think that's all you have to do on Spotify.
And then listen and have a good
Oh,
time.
yeah, then listen.
And enjoy your breakfast.
Maybe
Yeah.
have a cup of tea or coffee. Or
Coffee.
if it's later in the evening, perhaps you want to sip on a nice beverage.
A
Maybe
tall glass of gin.
Wow.
That's
yeah,
a tall glass.
A nice tall.
Yeah, maybe some olives in there. Pour a little olive juice, make it a little dirty.
Yeah.
I don't like
martini.
olives.
No?
I love me an
Oh,
olive.
olives.
I like olives.
Garson makes cocktails.
I do.
What was the
He
last cocktail you
does.
made, Garson?
Last cocktail I made might have been that chocolate old fashioned we had. So,
A chocolate old fashioned?
So John and I used to work at this I still work with
I
them.
need to go to one of your classes. Sorry, I'm just gonna plug that in before
Yeah.
he continues his conversation.
I do.
If you want to learn how to mix cocktails like a pro and then have commentary while you're at it,
Yeah.
hit up Garson.
Yeah, that's right. Very cool, yeah.
It's awesome. It's super awesome. We get together
really
for an
awesome.
hour. You can, if there's cocktails you're curious about, we'll learn. I can teach you how to make those. Otherwise, leave it in my capable hands. And I can go lots of directions with it. We could do classic cocktails. We could do freestyle cocktails.
Do you do those flips?
No, I don't do flair. I'm not
Aw.
that cool. My flair is mainly with my lips.
That's
Okay, I mean, the flair doesn't add to the flavor, right? Or,
No.
or
No.
Well,
Well,
it's
it,
a flare in his mouth.
I don't want to take it. I'm not trying to like boo-hoo flair at all, because there's so many. I think what a lot of people think about when they think about bar flair is like tin tricks where people are throwing
Yeah.
tins in the air and behind their backs, and but there's much more subtle flair, which is things just like the way you flick a bottle when you finish pouring it,
Look at that.
the way you draw one tin apart from the other, the way you hold.
It's a tin ting.
It's a tin ting. And speaking of where I sort of picked up my skills at Bar Chef, you can go down there and watch a beautiful gentleman named Jean-Yves. His
Jean-Yves.
bar
Sounds beautiful.
flair, if you will, is gorgeous. He's an extremely talented bartender, and he doesn't throw tins in the air, but the way he works it's like watching art. It's like watching someone paint a picture.
Can I make a picture between the two?
Yeah.
Flair is like dance, and mixology is like music.
So they're related, but not exactly
Yeah.
the same.
And I'm just going to come in on that and just ask the question that we're all, I think, thinking is, are we human or are we dancer?
I mean, I thought that was a given that was the main question.
Yeah,
That was the overarching theme of the show.
It was the
I hope you guys
subtext, I
caught
think.
that.
I really think it was the
Overall.
subtext that, the tension that kept this whole train moving forward.
Exactly.
The coal within the
Engine. Yeah.
That drives.
But Garson,
steam.
what was the last cocktail you made? Like, tell them what it is, man.
Okay,
Use
okay.
your words.
Sorry,
Oh,
we
yeah.
digress
Use-
so fast.
Well,
Yeah, you did.
we's
Well-
a strong word.
You're right. I love having John around because he's almost always right.
It's hard.
Almost always.
It's hard, but yeah. Other times it's Regine Alaina's right.
It's Regine Alaina.
And sometimes, I mean, Steven's left right now to me, but that's just my perspective.
Well, he's right to me.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You're also right.
Are we human or
You can
are
both
we
be
dancing?
right, okay? Okay. The cocktail.
Yes.
Ounce and a half of Sailor Jerry's rum.
How you doing?
Okay.
Half ounce old-fashioned brown sugar simple syrup.
How you doing?
Just a simple old-fashioned brown simple. And
It's simple.
it's not complicated, guys. It's not complicated. And okay, this is actually the cool bit that I wanted to talk about the whole time. We used a raw chocolate bitter. And the bitters that I used, I have all homemade bitters at home. Well, not all. I also have store-bought. But John and I took on a really cool project about 5 years ago. The bar that I work with, Bar Chef, they have a book. Frankie Solaric, the owner, released this really cool cocktail book, which has many of the Bar Chef bitters in it. So you can buy this book and make all your own bitters. John and I did it. We made every bitter out of the book. So this raw chocolate bitter is a Bar Chef bitter. Guys, if you guys haven't been to Bar Chef, head down to the bar. It's extremely beautiful, sexy, intimate,
What does it taste like?
thought-provoking. Tastes like black satin liquid amazement.
Amazement.
That
I
one
love amazement.
almost
I like
slipped
amazement.
out.
Amazing.
And so that was the cocktail, the raw chocolate bitter, old-fashioned brown.
What if you don't like
simple.
chocolate? I'm not a chocolate person.
Yeah, what do you do then, Gars?
I like white chocolate.
I also did it with a saffron cardamom bitter.
Oh.
So it's just a little bit more, not quite on the down sort of side, because chocolate's sort of that darker thing. We've got old-fashioned brown, chocolate, Sarah J. So the sort of flavor spectrum is down here.
On the how you dern spectrum, where would it lie? Like on that continuum?
If this is Dern and this is Halia, it's pretty deep down in the Dern
So a little bit
section.
of how you dern.
Whereas the saffron cardamom, those are up flavors. They sort of lift your palate a little bit. So it's a little brighter. I mean, to use the word sort of metaphorically on your palate. So you can go lots of different directions if you don't like chocolate.
We got to get you back on here. I think we talked about it before. Have you on? Maybe make.
Yes. Can I
Oh my
taste
God!
test?
Yeah.
Do that. That'd be fun.
Garsh, you should do like a Christmas cocktail. Like Garsh should come in for a little
Ooh,
Christmas
like
cocktail spot.
Like an eggnog
Ooh.
Yeah,
twist.
make up a little how you dern for the people.
I'm always just messing around and jotting down the recipes. I mean, speaking of cocktails, one of the ones that happened before a happy accident I had was rhubarb ginger Pimm's cup.
Rhubarb.
And not just because like there's ginger ale on every Pimm's cup. It was a rhubarb ginger syrup.
Oh.
Mommy gave me some rhubarb from the garden,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and you got to
Yum.
clean out the freezer every now and again. So I popped
Yeah.
that rhubarb out, and
Seasonal how
Lovely.
you dern.
yeah.
Very nice.
If you guys want to have Garson back on our show, leave a
Let
comment.
us know.
If you want to have Garson back on the show, well, you don't have a choice. 'cause
Please
We'll
come
do
back.
it.
Back.
We're
Well,
gonna make it happen.
Garson,
Same day.
Garson did come back for Christmas last
That's
year.
right. We did have a Christmas episode last
Mhm.
year. Okay, we're gonna have to figure something out. We'll
Mhm.
figure something out fun.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap it up and get it one more song from you guys.
Okay.
We'll do that. So let's
So wait, before you guys go, because we're gonna end the show right after.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Where
Well-
can people find you? Where can people find you guys again? One more time.
I usually hit the gym at around 6:30 in the morning.
All right, we'll see you-
Kensington
we'll see you there.
Depends. You can.
wearesilverlining.com is the best place to find us, or search anything #wearesilverlining.
How about individually? Where can they find you guys besides the gym at 6 in the morning?
Individually-
153.
Individually, like in the world, in the meat
could
world.
find us
In the social media world.
Oh,
If you
okay.
want to plug your own social, if you want to.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
We Are Silver Lining is our Instagram.
Yep.
I believe it's also our Twitter.
I think Twitter's T
Silver
Silver
Lining.
Wow, you're
I know,
good.
well, because
You're
I had to tag you guys and stuff the other day.
And you can also follow our personal pages, Jonathan Cullen 9,
Colin Steven
Garson Carroll.
easy peasy
on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
What else we have? We're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook as We Are Silver Lining. We try to, Twitter was the only one that was really annoying. It wouldn't let us type We Are Silver Lining.
We have the same problem with the sit down.
Our Twitter. So our Instagram is the Sit Down Radio Show, and our Twitter is Sit Down Scott. Although I kind of like it. It's like it's yelling at me.
Sit down, Scott.
Sit down, Scott. Yeah. Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at It's Regine Alaina, as they've been saying all day, on Instagram. Or if you want to follow the Galaxy page, it's Ms. MS Galaxy Canada. Where can they find you, Scott?
You can find me right here where you're watching this show, right here on YouTube, youtube.com/scottdionbrown. And you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram on scottdionbrown.
Are you mostly on Twitter or Instagram?
I mean, I don't really post much on either, but I think I post more on Instagram. But mostly what I post on those is just telling people to go to my YouTube channel. So
he just put out a cover. So
that's right. I did.
Out.
I just did a cover of "Pull Me Through" by Jim Cuddy.
Oh, cool.
Jim Cuddy from Blue Rodeo.
Yeah.
And now it's because I just covered one of his songs. I've been listening to Blue Rodeo constantly. I love Blue Rodeo.
They're great, man.
Yeah, they're
5
great.
Days in May.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did.
Or Try.
Yeah.
Got Try. Oh yeah.
So make sure you check out his video.
So anyway, check it out. YouTube.com. Oh, and also, I'm on Twitch and DLive now. This show is actually on Twitch and DLive right now.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So if you guys are, I'm not sure how many viewers we got there, but hi to Twitch and DLive.
Hi.
And hi to people on Spotify, because the show is also on Spotify. You can find it. Okay, let's get you guys over there and play another song, Silver Lining, and good stuff.
And don't forget, as of now, every weekend, every time this weekend, whatever year it is, it will forever be Silver Lining Weekend here on the Sit Down.
Grey Cup Sunday is Silver Lining Weekend on the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. And
while Scott goes and prepares that, I'm gonna chat with you all.
You're gonna get stuff prepped?
Yeah, I'm gonna just chit chat with them.
In fact, I might have you come over and take over the camera for the last part of it. That way I can do the
you guys hear what they say? Just
it's fine. You're allowed to know.
Don't forget to take these off.
Oh yeah, last time did you guys see me run away with the headphones? Almost tear the entire studio up. Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank these guys for being here, and
thank you again, Jewelry Forever, for the awesome prize.
Right. Thank you very much, Jennifer C. and Nino Simeka, for also advertising on the show.
Go away now. And if you guys want to advertise with us on the show, it's very simple. All you have to do is email us at radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com, and we will set you up. As you guys saw, we do videos, we do live introductions of the businesses, and we can even get you guys on here. So again, if you want to advertise with us, that's radioshowad, that's radioshowad@gmail.com, and make sure you follow those guys on all their social media platforms. Download their music, help them out. If you want to learn a little bit about mixology, of course, hit up Garson.
Have me at your party. I'll bartend.
There you go. The holidays are coming. If you need a bartender, there you go. If you need a live band, you got them as well. It's a 2-for-1 package. Are you guys ready?
No. You pay 2 prices and you get 2 things.
You know what I mean. So, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's give it up for Silver Lining.
The breeze felt it on my skin before I realized that the moment sank in. So this is what it's like to be so high, spinning circles round you, know that it's not a crime. When I remember, I can't help but wonder, where were you when you wish you were where you are now? Where are you now? Where were you when you wish you were where you are now? Where are you now? Was it better then? I can't decide. The truth comes out with these 2 moments collide.